Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology, and today we will talk on one more interesting topic, that is understanding career tendencies based on the planets in the 10th house in the horoscope. Till now I have been speaking a lot on planetary transits. Okay, that is what will be the effect of particular planets transiting particular signs. So I thought I should digress and speak on another interesting topic, that is how our career is determined by the planets placed in the 10th house. Om Shri Swami Samarthaya Namah. So the 10th house in the horoscope determines our career. The planets placed in the 10th house have a great influence on the choice we make regarding our careers. So, we will start with the brightest planet, that is the Sun. So, what happens when a planet like the Sun is placed in the 10th house? Now, what does the Sun represent? The Sun represents a source of light. Okay, so wherever the Sun is placed, it illuminates that house. Okay, so when it is placed in the house of your career, that is the 10th house, it illuminates your career. That is, everything related to your career is visible to everyone, there is nothing hidden. So such people have complete clarity regarding all aspects of their career. They plan it in the right way and they execute it in the right way. Okay, now the next thing is, the Sun represents a king. Okay, all planets revolve around the Sun, so the Sun represents people in high positions, people in authority. It represents the government and the king. So the best choice for people having Sun in the 10th house is to work independently. Okay, they cannot easily partner with others, so they are best suited for highly administrative positions such as that of a principal, a head of a school, a head of a government department. They can also do their own independent business because they don't have a tendency to listen to others. Okay, they don't like to be dominated by others. So these people are best as individual businessmen, as the head of higher institutions, as higher authorities in government positions. So person having the Sun in the 10th house, he shines bright like a star in his career. Okay, he gets all round success, he gets all round recognition, he gets very high status in society. But there is also a negative side to this. Sun also represents the ego that is present within us. Okay, and so this success can generate tremendous ego within us, and this is a bad thing because ego ultimately undergoes a downfall. So one with Sun in the 10th house must remember that he should not be over proud of himself for his achievements. Now sometimes even if you have the Sun in the 10th house, okay, but the Sun is weak in that house, or if the Sun receives a malefic aspect, okay, say from a planet like Saturn, Rahu, etc., in that case the power of the Sun is greatly reduced. Okay, and therefore it requires a lot of hard work on behalf of the native to achieve success. So if the native works hard when there is a malefic aspect on the Sun, definitely he is going to achieve success. Okay, now let us look at the next planet, which is the Moon. So what happens when Moon or Chandra is in the 10th house of your career? Now what does the Moon represent? The Moon represents your mother. It represents your emotions. Okay, it also represents watery content. So the Moon represents our mind, our emotions mainly. So when the Moon is placed in the 10th house, okay, it makes this person very emotional in his workplace. His career decisions are more decided by his emotions rather than by practicality. Okay, so when the Moon is in the 10th house, generally such people tend to change their jobs very easily, and they do not accept criticism easily. They are deeply hurt by any criticism in the workplace. However, since the moon represents watery bodies, if such people work in organizations such as the Navy, if they become doctors, okay, because the moon also represents healing power, then they can become highly prosperous in their careers. Since they are highly emotional, they easily tend to understand another person's situations. They try to put themselves in their shoes and view the situation from the other person's standpoint. So they can easily connect emotionally to other people in their workplace. Thus, if you have moon in the 10th house, you will be drawn towards careers related to water, such as milk business, dairy products, okay, navy, merchant navy, counseling, okay, all the things that involve emotions, okay, dealing with people, becoming a psychologist, okay, these are careers related to the moon in the 10th house. Now let us look at the next planet, that is what happens if Mars or Mangal is in your 10th house. Now, as you noticed the transition from moon to Mars, I have shown it with a streak of lightning, okay, because Mars represents domination, okay, Mars represents a soldier, he represents a person who's always in a fighting mood, okay, one who likes challenges at his workplace, okay, and one who is a very pushy person, okay, he does not give up easily, he likes new challenges, he likes new adventures, okay, so such people make very dominating bosses, and people below them don't generally like them, okay, because they are very pushy, okay, once they take a task they achieve it no matter what comes in their way, but in the process they hurt the emotions of many people, and thus they don't do well with their subordinates. So such people are fit for very rigid careers such as the army, air force, okay, where you require a great deal of fighting ability. They are also suited for careers related to martial arts, okay, such as a karate trainer, a judo trainer, etc. Police is also one suitable career for such people where lot of domination is required. Mars dominated people can also make very good surgeons because Mars represents surgeries also, okay, Mars represents injuries, surgeries and cuts. So when you have Mars in the 10th house, you have a natural inclination towards doing surgeries in a proper way, okay. Only thing is Mars dominated people have a lot of anger, okay, and they speak out when they are angry directly. So when you have Mars in the 10th house, remember to try and control your anger because that is the negative side of Mars. If you do not control your anger, you are definitely going to hurt people at your workplace, and this may not do good for you in the long run. Now let us look at the next planet, which is Mercury, okay. Mercury is represented by a greenish color. Alright, Mercury is the planet of logic and analytical thinking, okay. So when you have Mercury in the 10th house, okay, you are best suited for careers that involve a lot of logic and analytical thinking, such as banking, finance, MBA, journalism, sales, etc., okay, where you need to deal with figures, you need to deal with statistics, you need to deal with analysis, okay. So such people like to be mentally stimulated all the time, okay, they don't like a boring drab job which involves repetitive work, okay. So if you want to keep them engaged, you should involve them in work that involves a lot of analysis, a lot of logical thinking, okay, a lot of graphical representations, etc. So in such careers these people will prosper a lot. So for example, journalism, sales, finance, okay, all these are careers related to Mercury. Now why did I say journalism? Because Mercury represents communication, okay. Mercury represents your ability to debate on various topics. Alright. So when Mercury is in your 10th house, you become a natural fit for careers such as journalism, sales, etc., which involve a lot of logic, lot of convincing, lot of analysis, lot of analytical skills, etc. Now let us look at the most important planet. If this planet is placed in your 10th house and very strong, then I would say you are the luckiest person in the universe. Okay, so which planet is this I am speaking about? It is Jupiter or Guru. Okay, now what does Jupiter or Guru represent? Jupiter or Guru represents true higher wisdom, higher knowledge. Okay, Jupiter is a teacher, a true noble teacher. Jupiter is God himself. Jupiter is also the Karaka of the 2nd, 5th, and 9th house in the horoscope. That is, he is the Karaka of wealth, children, and good luck. Okay, Jupiter represents expansion and optimism. So, when you have a planet like Jupiter exalted or strongly placed in your 10th house, alright, it brings in a lot of optimism within you and the surrounding environment. Alright, Jupiter is also the planet of luck. So these people have a lot of luck in their careers. They get sudden success, overnight success. Okay, and Jupiter represents higher wisdom. So they have a very wide vision. They have a long-term vision of what they want to do, and they know exactly how to achieve it. And even luck or God favors them. Such people are generally very noble, okay, good at heart, and they are best suited for careers in teaching areas. Okay, so they can even teach in a college, they can teach medicine, they can teach engineering. So teaching is the best career for people with Jupiter in the 10th house, because Jupiter is eventually a teacher. Jupiter also represents long distance travels because he is the Karaka of the 9th house, right? 9th house represents travel. So if you are involved in a job that has lot of travel, okay, then it is good for you. Jupiter represents expansion, so he also represents frequent promotions in your career. Okay, he represents frequent rise in your career, rise in your salary, because he is the Karaka of 2nd house of wealth, and rise in your overall prosperity and luck. Jupiter also represents higher knowledge, so a person with a strong Jupiter can also make a good priest, a good astrologer, a good palmist, etc. Now let us look at the next planet, that is Shukra or Venus. Okay, Shukra or Venus is the planet of creativity, the planet of luxury, a planet which represents comforts, planet which represents music, which represents dance. Okay, so people related to this planet, that is having Shukra or Venus in the 10th house, they are best suited for careers involving art, dance, music, film industry, glamour. Okay, Venus represents luxuries and comforts. Okay, so you will find most musicians, artists, alright, film actors falling in this category, that is they generally have a strong Venus in their 10th house. Venus also represents our partnerships. Okay, so it represents our spouse also. So people having Venus in the 10th house, they generally tend to partner with their spouse in some business as well. Alright, so you can see this in the career of many film personalities. Okay, so they have other subordinate businesses which are run by their partners. Alright, and they earn a lot of money through it. So Venus is best suited for careers related to film industry, music, art, glamour, and businesses that involve partnerships with the opposite sex. The gemstone that represents Venus is a diamond. Okay, so Venus also represents people who are involved in the business of gemstones and diamond trade. So overall, Venus represents luxury, creativity, and such associated careers. Now let us look at the next planet, who is my favorite planet, that is Shani or Saturn. Okay, Shani or Saturn represents structure, hard work, discipline, obstacles. All right. So when Shani is placed in the 10th house, a person has to work very hard, okay, to succeed in his career. And eventually these people come up slowly through their hard work. Okay, they face a lot of obstacles, a lot of challenges, but at the end of the day, they learn a lot of things and they come up by their own efforts. All right. Saturn is a judge, right? He judges a person's karmas. So people having a strong Saturn in the 10th house, they are best suited for careers involving law, okay, involving judgment. They are also suited for careers involving repetitive work, okay, because they tend to work very hard. They have to do a lot of hard work to achieve success. So anything that involves repetitive work, hard work, okay, for that people having Saturn in the 10th house are very suited. Okay, and Saturn is a very loyal planet, so these people don't tend to change their jobs frequently. They may get frustrated, but still they continue working. Okay, so patience, perseverance, hard work is a characteristic of people having Saturn in the 10th house. Saturn also represents metals, coal, etc. So people working in the mining industry, the coal industry, metal industry such as iron, etc., they come under Saturn in the 10th house. People with Saturn in the 10th house are very hardworking. One problem with these people is they look for perfection everywhere. Okay, so they are very finicky about perfection. They want everything to be perfect. So again, they may not do very well with their subordinates, especially if they are perfectionists. Okay, they are looking for perfection everywhere. So this can create a lot of inner resentment with their subordinates. So people having Saturn in the 10th are best suited for careers related to law, metals, coal industry, oil industry, etc. And they should take care that they are not obsessed by the feeling of perfection everywhere. Okay, because the world is not a perfect place. People are never perfect. Okay, and we have to learn to accept people as they are. The next planet I am going to speak about is Rahu. Okay, Rahu is the planet of materialism. Okay, wherever Rahu is placed, he is very greedy related to the affairs of that house. He wants instant gratification. Okay, they want instant promotions. People with Rahu in the 10th house, they want instant promotions and they will do anything to achieve that promotion. They may not look at the right way. Okay, so such people can be very cunning and they are suited for careers such as politics. Okay, so you will find these people involved a lot in office politics. So generally they have a very strong Rahu in the 10th house. Rahu also represents illusion, the technology around us. Okay, anything to do with computers, mobile phones, smoky things, gadgets, that is Rahu. Okay, so these people who have Rahu in the 10th, they are best suited for technical careers. Okay, they are suited for careers such as being a politician. They can also be spies, work for intelligence agencies of government or departments, etc. Now one more thing, Rahu also represents foreign land and foreign people. Okay, so when you have Rahu in the 10th house, if you work in a foreign land or a place far away from your home, you generally tend to prosper in that job. Okay, so Rahu generally involves you dealing with people from a foreign country, people from diverse cultures. Okay, so when you have Rahu in the 10th house, generally you are suited for careers where you have to deal with foreign people, people from other countries, people from various cultures, technology, okay, gadgets, etc. Generally, when you have Rahu in the 10th house, you compromise greatly on your ethics, okay, to achieve success. So, such people are very low on their principles generally. Alright, but if this Rahu represents a benefic aspect of Jupiter, then things are different. Okay, then that Rahu's bad effect is controlled to a great extent. Now, let us look at the last planet, which is Ketu. So, as you can see, Ketu represents a planet without a head. Okay, so what happens when Ketu is in the 10th house? See, Ketu represents a monk, a person who is highly renounced. Okay, so when Ketu is in the 10th house, generally the person is not much interested in his career. Okay, so these people do very well in careers where they have to work alone. Okay, where nobody dominates them. So they are well suited for working in careers such as prisons, hospitals, okay, isolated lands, etc. They can also do very well as monks, priests, etc. Alright. Ketu can also do well in a career such as a spy, an intelligence officer, etc. Ketu also represents dark things, research, etc. So, if you get involved in a career where you have to do a lot of research, okay, that is particularly suited if you have Ketu in the 10th house. So, people with Ketu in the 10th house can go for research because they like to work alone. Now, what is the negative side of having Ketu in the 10th house? Okay, first thing is it may lead to depression, it may lead to dejection, it may lead to disinterest in your work. The second thing is Ketu has a tendency to take away things which you like. Okay, so if you are successful in your career, Ketu may suddenly take away your success. Alright, and Ketu represents a headless planet. Okay, it has no head, as you can see. So such people are confused. Okay, they take sudden decisions and sudden violent decisions which may impact their career in a great way. Okay, they may just break the relationship with their employer and walk away. So this is the negative side of having Ketu in your 10th house. The positive side is Ketu encourages you to research deep into any subject. Ketu represents past life. Okay, so if you are interested in careers which involve paranormal activity, etc., then it is best suited if you have Ketu in the 10th house. Careers such as past life regression, paranormal activities, okay, research into a subject in depth is particularly suited if you have Ketu in the 10th house. So guys, this was my interpretation of the association of your career with planets in the 10th house. Of course, we need to look at other planets which aspect the planet in the 10th house, the situation of Lord of the 10th house, and also the Dashamsa Kundali to get more granular details about your career. If you like this video, please mark it as liked in YouTube. Please click the subscribe button so that you can subscribe to our channel free of cost. For any queries, feel free to write to me at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com or visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. You can also download our mobile application Kamath Astrology from Google Play Store. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a nice time. Bye. Hope to see you soon with another video shortly. Till then, take care and have a nice day.